What's going down, YouTube family? It's your boy, Mike Macklin, aka Money Mike, the financial Thanos, because I'm snapping my fingers and I'm turning your financial problems to dust. Hey, I want to welcome you guys to another great and wonderful day. Hey, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day all together. If this is your first time tuning in, hey, do me a huge favor and consider subscribing to my channel. Also, if you enjoy my videos, go ahead and smash that like button and comment below with your thoughts after you hear the video. So today, like every Wednesday, what I do is I host what's called Motivation with Money Mike. Now, this is just all about just putting some positive energy out there, just having a good time on the channel. I really love the YouTube forum. So, I just want to get on here, have a good time with you guys, and maybe inspire somebody in the process. Now, today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share an excerpt from a really old but really great book by Dale Carnegie, but the title of How to Win Friends and Influence People. Don't y'all laugh at me. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Now, has been a really pivotal book in the business world, in the motivational world. And so, I really thought it was a good idea just to jump on here and kind of give you guys an excerpt from this book. No fluff, no nothing about it. I'm just going to give you 30 quick points from the book, maybe talk a little bit about it. And hey, like I said, make sure y'all leave a comment below with, your thoughts after hearing this. So without further ado, let's get right into this thing. And forgive me for looking down. I actually got the notes on this. So the number one point was don't criticize, condemn, or complain. I mean, that it says what it says, man. Just, in life, as well as in influencing and winning friends, man, you don't want to just come with a negative attitude. You want to be positive. You want to be upbeat. You want to be having a good time. You want people to enjoy, watching you, talking to you, communicating with you. So you don't want to come from a place of criticism, complaining, or condemning. It's just all negative things, and you don't want to be putting out just negativity. That's going to be the theme of a lot of these. So, just overall, just let's keep the negativity to a minimum. Number two, give honest and sincere appreciation. That cannot be understated. People want to feel valued. They want to feel appreciated. They want to feel a part of something. So, from a genuine place in your heart, show them appreciation. Show them that, you value them as a person. Again, if you're trying to win over somebody, this is the way. They want to feel appreciated. They want to feel that they have value. Number three, arouse in the other person an eager want. That means, you want to influence them. You want to stir up that emotion of, wanting something. You want them to, have that hunger for whatever it is, that you're introducing, presenting, or whatever the case may be. You want to stir them up. You want to get that person, in an emotional state, and a positive emotional state, now mind you, but an emotional state nonetheless. Number four, become genuinely interested in people. Now, this one cannot be understated. It can't be understated. Guys and ladies, you got to be interested in who you're dealing with. You can't just, go straight in for the kill. Like, if you're selling something, you can't just be like, hey, buy such and such from me. You turn people off that way. But if you show genuine interest in somebody, you want to know about them as a person. This is how you figure out their actual needs, what they need, and how you can help them. This is what being a business owner is all about. And so, you got to find that way to help people. And you do that, again, by being interested in that other person, asking curious questions, as my mentors always call it. Number five is a very easy one. Smile. Trust me, the effect of a smile on people is really, really toxic. One experiment that somebody's done before is just, going around and just smiling at random people just to see who smiles back. And you'd actually be surprised at how many people actually will smile back at you. People want to be happy. They want to have fun. They want to enjoy life. So give them something to enjoy. Give them just a simple smile. All right, number six. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. That just simply means people like to talk about themselves. They like to hear about themselves. They like to hear their name being spoken. It just sounds good. They feel important. They feel valuable. They feel a part of something. So, give them that energy. Give them that good boost. Maybe when you're talking to them, say their name. They want to hear that. They want to know their name, and they want to feel happy to hear it. Number seven, be a good listener and encourage people to talk about themselves. Man, in business, you can't understate that. Let people talk about themselves. They love to do it. Trust me when I tell you, people love to talk about themselves. So let them. Let them. They feel a lot better. They feel like you giving them the opportunity to express themselves. And that's all people really want. They want to be heard, and they want to express themselves in lives. So let them do it and be interested in what they got to say. Next thing, talk in terms of other people's interest. Too many times we focus on what we want, and that we wonder why we don't get it. But when you listen to other people, you figure out what it is that they want, and you figure out how you can help them. Trust me, they're gonna want to reciprocate that. They're gonna want to, you help that person out. They're gonna be like, hey, I really appreciate that, man. Hey, then what can I do for you? How can I help you? But first, you have to be the one to give. You got to, give in order to receive. That's what the good book says. Okay. Number nine. Make the other person feel important and do it sincerely. Make the other person feel important. Again, don't make it about you. Whatever you're doing, you trying to influence somebody, you trying to get somebody to do something, don't make it about you. Make it about them. Be interested in what they got going on and how you can help them get to that. Number 10, the only way to get the best of an argument is to avoid it. Sounds kind of passive, but hey, listen, you can disagree with somebody without arguing with them. And that's the thing about it. Don't turn everything into an argument. You don't have to be right all the time. They don't have to be wrong all the time. Discussion. You want to have discussions. You don't want to have arguments. You're trading ideas. That's what communication is all about. Two people trading ideas, and get into a place of common interest where everybody wins. And that's what it's about. Hey, look, don't turn it into an argument. Make it a discussion. Okay, next. Show respect for the other person's opinion. Don't tell somebody that they're wrong. And that can't be overstated. Again, people, egos are fragile. People, again, don't want to be wrong, first and foremost. And you don't want to be that person that's in a position that you want to correct people, or you want to tell people they're wrong, or whatever the case may be. You want to come from a place of humility. You want to come from a place of positivity. And, you don't have to say, hey, you're wrong, you're wrong. Maybe you ask a question like, hey, well, what do you think about this? Or, have you considered this, as a possible extra thought onto what you got to say? And, that way you're just exchanging an idea. You're not telling somebody they're wrong, or you're not creating that argument. You're just having a discussion. All right. Number 12, if you're wrong, admit it. And again, you don't have to say the words, hey, I'm wrong, but you could have said, hey, maybe I was mistaken there. Maybe I made an error, whatever the thing may be. But people can appreciate somebody who can admit that they weren't right, that has that humility to just, hey, be able to be wrong and be okay with it and not make a big deal out of it, not turn it into a thing. It's something I personally had to learn and still working on. So trust me when I tell you I come from a place of experience on this one. It's definitely something that will help you out in the end. All right. Number 13, begin in a friendly way. Begin in a friendly way, guys and ladies. And all that really means is, hey, when you coming into a conversation, you trying to win somebody over, you got to come from a happy place. You got to come from a good energy. You got to make that person, feel a good energy when they dealing with you. Nobody wants to deal with a negative person. Nobody wants to deal with a person that's down. Nobody wants to deal with a person that's not confident. They want somebody upbeat. They want somebody who's coming happy, who's appreciative of their time, who wants them around, who makes that person feel good. So you want to come from a friendly place. You want to come from a positive place in yourself. Okay? Next, Start with questions to which the other person got to answer yes. That is huge, especially in the sales world, especially in the business world. You want to create that positive vibe again, and I say that a lot because a lot of influencing people is about creating a positive vibe, making somebody feel good about what's going on. And so now they're in more of a receptive place. If you put negativity out there, that puts somebody on the defensive, and you're not going to get great results. So, hey, again, you want to start out with questions that they're going to answer yes to, because it creates a positive vibe. When they start out saying yes, it's harder for them to down the road of the conversation to start saying no, because you've already created that positive, kind of line of questioning, and now their minds is almost in tune to say yes now, and that's what you want. Okay, number 15. Let the other person do a great deal of the talking. Boy, am I a huge component of this. I'm a huge component of letting other people talk. Now, right now, unfortunately, I can't let other people talk unless you want to leave a comment below. By all means, you are definitely welcome to do that. And, I'm definitely a receptive to listening, but you want to let people talk. You want to let them get their ideas out because, again, like I said, people want to talk. They want to get their ideas out. I don't care if it's the shyest person. Trust me, at some point, they're going to want to talk. They want to get their ideas out. It's just human nature. And if you're the person that they are able to feel comfortable, they feel like you're listening and, you're going to let them talk, then hey, they're more comfortable talking, and you'll get a lot more information from that. And that's why I like letting people talk, is you get a lot more information as well. As they say, God gives you 2 ears and 1 mouth, and it's for a purpose. You need to listen more than you talk. Okay? All right, all right, all right. Next. Let the other person feel that the idea is his or hers. This is another great one. When you're influencing somebody, you don't want to be in the space of trying to convince them to do something. You want to be in the place of you presenting ideas, but in a way to where the person is expressing themselves, they're talking, and it almost sounds like their idea. You may throw a little comment in there, or you may steer the conversation in a certain direction, but let that person do the talking and let them, feel like it's their idea. If they want to, like for me, I'm a money coach, and for my clients, I have to, influence them by, putting ideas out there and say, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is something that would work for you? Do you think this is something you can see yourself doing? Again, you making it out like it's their ideas, or you just ask them, hey, what would you do in this situation? Or would you do this if you were in this situation? Again, you're making it that person's idea. All right, next. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. In a lot of discussions, they turn into arguments because, people are trying to be right. People just want to see their point of view. They don't want to look at the other person's point of view. And communication is lost in that sense because now the person doesn't feel satisfied. They don't feel like they're being heard. And you just don't want that, guys and ladies. You want the person to feel heard. You want the person to feel that they're getting what they want out of the conversation. So, hey, look, just let the person speak and try to understand where they're coming from as opposed to being right. I've always heard in a discussion, you speak to understand, not to be heard. So the whole point is for you to, again, understand where the other person is coming from when y'all having a dialogue. All right. Number 18. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Hey, look, don't give somebody a hard way to go about their ideas or what they want. Be receptive to that. Be open to, what they want so that you get a better quality conversation. Now that you understand what that person wants, whatever it is that you have to offer or whatever it is that you're trying to get across, now you have a avenue to kind of approach that because you understand what they're trying to get from it. And now you can say, well, this is what I have to offer. Now they're more receptive. And again, this is all about creating a more receptive, a more influential, a more positive vibe. So it's important. It's important to implement that into there. Number 19, appeal to the nobler motives. That means, the appeal to those good things. Appeal to the good results that they want to have happen. Not the selfish things or the bad things. You want to appeal to those great desires, to do something better, make themselves better, whatever the case may be. You want to appeal to those things. Don't appeal to negativity. It's all about positivity. Trust me, trust me, trust me. Okay. Number 20. Number 20. Throw down a challenge. Man, trust me, people love a good challenge. People love a good challenge. So give it to them. Hey, if somebody, I do this a lot in my financial coaching. I have different challenges. I have a 30-day challenge where I challenge people to, write down every single day, everything that they purchased, for that 30 days. And the point is, for them to see where their money is going. A lot of times, people don't want to, they don't want to confront those things. But if you present it as like a challenge, now it kind of appeals to their ego. It makes them feel like, they want to feel like they can do that. So you issue that challenge, and it kind of gives them that homework to go out there and do what it is that they need to get done. All right. Next. Begin with praise and honest appreciation. When you're having a conversation with somebody, you don't want to go into this thing negative. I've always heard it's called like a compliment sandwich or something like that. I think is one of the terms that they use, is where you start out with something positive before you get into the not so positive things. And then you put another positive thing out there to kind of, get rid of that negative portion of it. So, consider starting a conversation. Well, you should always consider starting a conversation on a positive note, especially if, maybe you got to deliver some bad news, or you got to, have a conversation with somebody that they may not necessarily want to have. Make it positive, make it something comfortable for them. And, you'll probably, in most cases, get better results. Okay. Next. Call attention to people's mistakes indirectly. If somebody made an error, you don't want to just jump right on that thing. You want to, maybe kind of guide them to let them see the error in that, and not even say, hey, you're wrong, whatever. Just kind of say, hey, well, maybe, did you think, or what do you think about looking at it this way? Or what do you think about if it was presented this way? That way, now the person is thinking about, okay, yeah. And now, again, it almost becomes, that idea now almost becomes their idea now. So now you've pushed that idea without, directly attacking that thing. Okay? Next. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing others. Man, that's so critical. A lot of people want to point the finger, but as you can see, you got 3 of them pointing back at you at least. 3 of them point back at you. So, before you go out, saying this, that, and the third about somebody, hey, maybe bring out, what you've done wrong or what you contributed to that. Hey, listen, especially in a discussion or an apology, you want to, address what you did wrong in that position, and, kind of, do it that way. Don't just go on the attack of somebody else. Okay. Next. Talk about your own mistakes before criticizing others. We talked about that one already. Ask questions instead of giving direct orders. Man, listen, this one is huge. This is huge. You want to influence people to do something. Influence comes from, persuading the mind, bringing positivity to that mind to make somebody want to do a particular action. And the way not to get that done is to tell somebody to do it, because, again, they feel that their freedoms are being infringed upon. Their personality is a lot of things people feel threatened by when you give direct orders versus, ask a question. Hey, could you go do this? Or, do you have a few moments to maybe, do this? Or, just ask questions. Hey, do you think maybe this needs to happen? And that way, again, is making it their idea, is coming across as a more positive thing. It's not like you telling them what to do. It's like a team collaborative thing. They want to see you as a teammate, not, like a dictator or somebody trying to make them do something. So that's what it's all about for that one. Just make it something more positive. Next. Let the other people save face. And a lot of times, like I said, this is when somebody makes mistakes. If somebody make a mistake, you don't necessarily have to bring that mistake to their attention or, just pounce on that. let the person save face. Don't be there to humiliate a person in a conversation or just an interaction altogether. The person trips and falls. Okay, help them up. You ain't got to talk about it. You ain't got to bring it to them. Or if somebody makes an error, there's no need to harp on it. Just they were wrong. Okay, help them, encourage them, and move on. Let them keep their dignity and pride because that's so important to people. Okay. Next, praise every improvement. Praise every improvement. When somebody does something great, give them some credit, man. And if they weren't doing well before, give them even more credit because that encourages somebody to try to continue improving. If they see progress in whatever it is, they do something and their progress is acknowledged, that makes them feel good about, what they're doing. It's like positive reinforcement. And that's, again, all this is about is influence and the mechanics of influence. Next. Give the other person a fine reputation to live up to. That's almost hand in hand with the giving them a challenge. You tell a person, hey, listen, man, I somebody told me that you were really good at such and such, or Brenda over in accounting says you are really good with numbers, and I got this issue. So now the person wants to live up to that reputation you just gave them. And now, so they're more apt to give a good effort. They're more apt to, move in a direction of positivity and wanting to be of help and service to you, as opposed to, hey, if you don't come from a place where you're uplifting them, they're a lot less likely to want to do this. And it's all about influence and, getting someone to move in a direction that you would prefer. Okay. Next, use encouragement. Make the fault seem easy to correct. It's like when somebody makes a mistake, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't turn it into this catastrophe. Just say, hey, look, yeah, such and such happened, but this is an easy fix. We can handle this, man. All we need to do is this, or ask them, well, how do you think we can improve this, or what can we do? Again, it's all about involving the other person, encouraging them, making them feel good about this, and just spreading a positive message. Okay, and last but not least, make the other person happy about doing what you suggest. Again, you want people to be excited about what they're doing. You want them to have a good reason. You want them to feel good about it. You want them to look at this as a positive thing that needs to happen. So the way that you address that, the way that you make that look is important when you want somebody to do something for you. Again, it's not a direct order. It's not something, because I'm telling you to do it. It's something, because, hey, I'm trying to create a positive environment. I'm trying to help everybody here. I'm trying to get a particular task done so that we can have a great day. We can succeed, as employees, as a team, whatever the case may be. So, hey, guys, that was a lot of points. And it almost was like a book. But, hey, you basically just read Dale Carnegie's book in about 20 minutes. So, hey, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, if you enjoy my content, please hit that like button so YouTube can show you more of content like this. And also subscribe to my page and hit the notification bell so you know exactly when I drop new content. And as always, I love you. God loves you. He smiles when he sees you, and he sees you all the time. So he's always smiling. So why aren't we? Hey, you guys have a great one. I'll see you on the next one. And before I close, I want to just leave you with one last thing. Now, I'm a personal financial coach. And what I want to do is I want to give you guys an opportunity. If you'd like to learn how to make more money, if you'd like to learn to pay less taxes, if you'd like to learn to rapidly eliminate your debt, if you'd like to learn to build great credit, or if you'd like to learn about investment education and how to make great investments, hey, I want you to go over to my website. It should show up on your screen here shortly, www.moneymike313.com. Go to that site. You can book a 30-minute free appointment with me, and we can get you started on the right side of the money. Hey, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you tune in that page. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next one. Gone.
Damn, I ain't been broke in a minute. Damn, I ain't been broke in a minute.